My fiancé said, "This looks cheap. Did you even try?" I replied, noted, then I walked away. Then I canceled the wedding plans, quietly saved every receipt of her exit plan, and I just watched as her sister opened my drawer and exposed the lawyer's card that blew our engagement apart. Welcome back to AF Tales. In today's story, we explore this moment. My fiancée looked at the gift I got her and said, "This looks cheap. Did you even try?" "Sometimes I wonder why I agreed to marry you," I said, noted. I didn't say another word. But the day her sister stopped by and accidentally revealed what she found in my drawer, my fiancé's face turned completely blank. As you listen, notice the moment where you think the wedding should have been called off. I am 31, and I learned that sometimes the person you plan to marry shows you exactly who they are long before the wedding. This is about a gift that was not good enough, a comment that went too far, and a drawer that held more than anyone expected. My fiancé and I had been together for 3 years. We got engaged 8 months ago after what I thought was a solid, stable relationship. She worked in marketing, made decent money, and had expensive tastes. I worked in tech, made good money, but I have always been practical about spending. That difference never seemed like a problem. Until it became one. The issues started quietly around the 2nd month of our engagement. Little comments about the ring not being impressive enough for her friends. Suggestions that we needed to upgrade the venue to something more prestigious. Hints that my car was embarrassing when we went to events with her colleagues. I tried to see it as wedding stress, not as who she really was. 2 weeks ago was her birthday. I had been planning for a month. I went to a jewelry store she had mentioned liking. I spent about 3 hours there, asking questions, looking at different designs, trying to pick something that felt like her. I bought a necklace. Not the most expensive piece, but a beautiful design that I genuinely thought suited her. I had it wrapped nicely and wrote a handwritten card. We went to her favorite restaurant. I made reservations weeks in advance, ordered her preferred wine, did everything I could to make it feel special. After dessert, I gave her the gift. She opened the box, looked at the necklace, and her expression just dropped. "This looks cheap," she said. I felt my stomach sink. "It is from that store you liked," I said. "The one you showed me last month." "I know where it is from," she said, "but did you even look at their better pieces?" "This looks like something from a clearance sale." "It was not clearance," I said. "It is sterling silver with—" "Did you even try?" she asked. "Or did you just grab the first thing you saw?" People at nearby tables had started to glance over. I kept my voice low. "I spent time picking it out. I thought you would like the design." She put the necklace back in the box like it was a used napkin. "Sometimes I wonder why I agreed to marry you," she said. "You just do not get it. You do not understand quality. You do not understand what I need." I looked at the box, then at her. No regret on her face, just pure disappointment directed at me. "Noted," I said quietly. "That is it," she asked. "That is your response. What else do you want me to say?" I asked. "I want you to care enough to put actual thought into things that matter to me," she said. "I did put thought into it," I said. "You just decided it was not enough." We finished dinner in silence, drove home in silence. She went to bed early. I sat in the living room until 2 in the morning, hearing one sentence over and over. "Sometimes I wonder why I agreed to marry you." Not, "I am sorry I overreacted." Not, "Thank you for trying." Just questioning the whole engagement over a gift. Looking back, that was the moment the wedding should have gone on pause at minimum. The next morning, she acted as if nothing had happened. She made coffee, talked about her plans for the day, completely normal. The necklace stayed in its box on the kitchen counter. I did not mention it. I did not apologize. I did not try to defend myself. I just watched. Over the next few days, I started seeing other things differently. How she introduced me to new people. "This is my fiancé. He works in tech." Never my name first. Always the job, like my title was the point. How she would redirect the conversation when I talked about my hobbies or interests, but could talk for 30 minutes straight about a friend's vacation plans. how she constantly suggested upgrades. Upgrade my wardrobe, upgrade my car, upgrade our future house. It felt less like building a life together and more like updating a lifestyle brand. I started asking myself a question I had not allowed before. Do I really want to marry someone who looks at a gift I picked with care and responds with contempt? A week after her birthday, her sister came to visit. They are close, talk all the time, do almost everything together. I have always liked her sister. She is more grounded, less obsessed with appearances. They were in the living room catching up while I was in the kitchen making lunch. I heard her sister say she needed a phone charger. My fiancé told her to check the bedroom dresser. I heard footsteps, a drawer opening, then a pause, then her sister's voice louder. Why is there a lawyer's business card in your drawer? With a date from 2 weeks ago. My fiancé's response was too low for me to hear clearly. Her sister came back to the living room. The whole energy felt different. Can I talk to you? She asked me, nodding toward the kitchen. We stepped away. She kept her voice low. There is something in the bedroom drawer, she said. A divorce lawyer's card with an appointment date from before her birthday. Did you know about this? My blood went cold. No, I said. I did not know. I think I should go look. I went to the bedroom, opened the dresser drawer, and there it was. A business card for a family law attorney who specialized in divorce and asset protection. On the back, in my fiancé's handwriting, was a date and time from 2 weeks earlier, plus a note. Discuss prenup modification and exit strategy. I just stood there holding the card. We were not even married yet. Why would she need an exit strategy? We already had a prenup, something her parents had insisted on. Simple terms. It protected premarital assets on both sides. We had both agreed to it. Why would she need to modify it now? I took a photo of the card, then put it back exactly where I found it. When I went back to the kitchen, her sister was waiting. Did you see it? She asked. I saw it, I said. I had no idea. I swear I did not know she was doing this. What exactly is she doing? Her sister asked. I do not know, I said, but we need to find out. My fiancé walked into the kitchen at that moment and looked at both of us. Why do you both look so serious? She asked. Her sister spoke first. I saw the lawyer's card, she said. The one about divorce and prenup modification. What is going on? My fiancé's face went completely blank, not upset, not even angry, just flat, like all expression drained out while she did math in her head. That is private, she said. You are engaged, her sister said. Why do you need a divorce lawyer? It is complicated, my fiancé said. Uncomplicated, I said quietly. She looked at me with an expression I had never seen before. Not love, not affection, just cold calculation. Fine, she said. You want to know, I have been planning my exit. The wedding, the marriage, all of it. I'm going through with it because it makes sense financially and socially, but I am not staying forever. Her sister gasped. I just stared. You are marrying me, I said, planning to divorce me. Not immediately, she said. Maybe 5 years, long enough to build shared assets, get more established in my career, have the stability I need. Then I can leave with better settlement terms. Settlement terms, I repeated. We have a prenup. That is why I met with a lawyer, she said, to see how to modify it or get around it. Turns out if I can prove you are not living up to certain standards, I can challenge it. What standards? I asked. Lifestyle standards, she said. If I can show you are not maintaining the quality of life I was promised, or that you are not contributing enough to our shared future, the prenup can be contested. Her sister looked horrified. This is insane, her sister said. You do not love him. I care about him, my fiancé said. But love is not enough. I need security. I need someone who can provide the life I want. He has potential, but he is not there yet. This is insurance. There is a difference between wanting financial safety and treating a person like a long-term investment plan. This had crossed that line. The birthday gift, I said. Your reaction, was that part of the plan? It was a test, she said, to see if you would step up, try harder. You did not. You just accepted my disappointment. That is the pattern I have been documenting. Documenting, I repeated. Every time you settle for less, she said. Every time you do not meet my expectations, it all builds a case for inadequate partnership. The lawyer said I would need evidence. I took out my phone and hit record. Say that again, I said. What? She asked. Say again that you are marrying me as a financial strategy with plans to divorce and take assets, I said. Say it for the record. She reached for my phone, but I had already stepped back. While she grabbed, I hit send and forwarded the file to myself, to her sister, and to my cloud storage. You cannot record me without my consent, she said. This is a one-party consent state, I said. I can record any conversation I am part of. And I just recorded you admitting to marriage fraud. Now her face finally changed. The first real emotion, panic. It is not fraud if we actually get married, she said. It is absolutely fraud, I said, if you enter a legal contract with a hidden plan to violate it. To build a false case so you can take more later, your lawyer should have explained that. Her sister was backing toward the door. I am going home, her sister said. I cannot be part of whatever this is. Wait, my fiancé said. You cannot tell anyone about this. Tell anyone, her sister said. Everyone needs to know what you are planning. She left. My fiancé turned to me. Delete that recording, she said. No, I said. I will sue you, she said. For what? I asked. For having proof that you plan to use our marriage as a financial trap. Please go ahead. I would love to play this in court. You are overreacting, she said. Lots of people have contingency plans. Contingency plans are not the same as premeditated fraud, I said. You met with a lawyer before we even got married to plan your divorce. You have been manufacturing evidence of me being inadequate. You just admitted all of this on tape. She shifted tactics. Her voice softened. I was confused, she said. I did not mean it that way. I was scared of commitment. I handled it badly. Save it, I said. I heard what you said, and now I have it saved. The wedding is off. You cannot just cancel the wedding, she said. I can, I said. And I am calling the venue tomorrow. I am calling everyone. I will eat whatever costs I have to, because marrying someone who plans their exit like a business deal is more expensive than any deposit. The next week was a blur. I called the venue, the caterer, the photographer. I explained there had been a serious issue and the wedding was canceled. Some were understanding, some were annoyed. I lost about $8,000 in non-refundable deposits. It hurt, but not as much as a lifetime of being used would have. Her family tried to step in. Her mother called. She is just stressed, her mother said. Pre-wedding anxiety. Everyone questions things sometimes. She met with a divorce lawyer before the wedding, I said, to plan how to get around the prenup and take more later. That is not anxiety, that is a scheme. She would not do that, her mother said. You misunderstood. I have a recording, I said. Would you like to hear it? There was a long pause. Send it, she said. I sent it. She called back 20 minutes later. I had no idea, she said. I am so sorry, this is not how we raised her. I believe you, I said, but the wedding is still off. My ex tried to control the story online. She put up a vague post about growing apart and a mutual decision to cancel. I did not post anything. I did not need to. Her sister had already told some people the truth. Friends started reaching out, asking what really happened. When people asked directly, I sent them the recording. Not to humiliate her, but to protect myself from whatever story she might invent about me being the problem. She tried to get the recording suppressed, claiming it invaded her privacy. Her lawyer, a different one this time, told her it was legal and likely admissible. They told her that if I wanted to, I could report her previous consultation as a plan to commit fraud. I did not go that far. I just wanted the connection ended. I changed the locks on my place. I packed up her things and had her sister pick them up so I would not have to see her again. It has been 3 months. The dust has settled. I am living alone again. It is quiet in a way that feels calm, not empty. No more walking on eggshells. No more wondering if I am enough. No more being evaluated against someone else's lifestyle fantasy. Her sister reached out recently. She said my ex is in therapy now, supposedly working on herself. The mess of the canceled wedding and the exposed plan did some damage. She lost a few friends. HR at her job heard enough rumors that she was passed over for a promotion because of character concerns. Part of me feels bad when I hear that. Another part of me remembers her face when she called the necklace cheap. When she said she wondered why she agreed to marry me. When she calmly explained she was documenting my inadequacies to build a case. I do not feel victorious. I mostly feel relieved. Relieved that her sister happened to open that drawer. Relieved that I did not ignore what I heard. Relieved that I walked away before signing a marriage certificate with someone who saw me as a step in her long-term financial plan. The jewelry store took the necklace back. Full refund. I used that money to take myself on a vacation. A week on a beach with a book, no talk of weddings, prenups, or exit strategies. Now I am dating again, slowly and carefully. My radar for red flags is sharper. Anyone who judges gifts mainly by price instead of thought. Anyone who casually questions why they are even with me. Anyone who talks about maintaining a lifestyle before they ask who I actually am. Those are my signs to leave early. The drawer where that lawyer's card used to sit is where I keep my important documents now. My lease, my passport, and a backup of that recording, not out of obsession but as a reminder. Sometimes the worst betrayals do not come from strangers. They come from people who smile at you while planning around you. And that necklace I spent 3 hours picking out. Somewhere, someone else might be wearing it one day. Hopefully, someone who values the thought behind a gift more than the line on the receipt. Here are some lessons from this story. Lesson 1. When a partner uses honesty as a cover for cruelty, pay attention. That is not communication. It is contempt. Lesson 2. How someone reacts to a sincere gift tells you a lot about how they see you. If everything is about price and status, you will never be enough. Lesson 3. A prenup is not the problem. Planning to manipulate and break it for personal gain is the problem. Lesson 4. Marriage is not a financial strategy or an exit plan. If someone talks about lifestyle standards more than shared values, that is a serious red flag. Lesson 5. Losing money on canceled plans hurts, but losing your self-respect in a bad marriage hurts much more and for much longer. Lesson 6. You deserve a partner who sees you as a person to love, not a project to upgrade or an asset to leverage. What would you have done after hearing that birthday comment or finding that lawyer's card? Would you have tried to work through it or canceled the wedding like he did? Have you ever discovered a partner was treating the relationship like a strategy instead of a commitment? Share your thoughts in the comments.